We back. Coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com, author of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. We're back at it, baby. 10 feet tall and bulletproof. Sunday afternoon, East Coast time. We back at it, baby. Let me know where you're from when you come in. Represent. Gotta represent. Represent. Gotta represent. Gotta represent. Like the video. Share the video. All that good stuff when you come in. You gotta represent. Jeez. Represent. We gotta represent. Getting all these messages all of a sudden. It's kind of weird. Yeah. Where you from? Represent your city. Represent your last name. That's how we do over here. It's official over here. It's official. Like a referee with a whistle. That's how we do over here. We represent. Because if you ain't representing, what you doing here? What's your purpose if you ain't representing? That's something to think about. Gotta represent. Let me know where you're from. Like the video. Share the video. I don't care if you look at the replay. Still like the video and share the video. Yeah. We're going to get into it today. It's nothing like doing videos on Sundays. Nothing like doing videos on Sundays, man. You know? Not too much going on Sundays compared to the other times of the week for most people. Unless you go to the church, unless you're religious. You go to the mosque, go to the church, or some type of other prayer service. But other than that, most people on Sundays, they don't have a whole lot of stuff going on. You know, they don't. I know I don't. And I'm not a religious person at all. At all. I'm not affiliated with any type of group. At all. What up? What up? What up? What up? M-I, cricket letter S. Mississippi in the house. Yeah, man, you know. Funny thing is, I'm not religious. You're not religious either? I'm not either, my brother. I don't need it. Oh, yeah, I don't need no religion. That's how I always looked at it. What I need religion for? What, you know, I'm not saying, I'm just talking about me. I'm not talking about anybody else. I don't need religion. That's how I always looked at it. What's up, Donna? Just being real. Yeah, I always look. I don't have anything against religion, but I just don't need it. I never felt like I had to go to a place of worship. You know, I'm like, you know, I can do the same thing where I'm at if need be. Yeah, I'm more spiritual too. The Matrix is on. For real, man. I've seen the Matrix. You know the funny thing about the Matrix. Now that you bring that up, every time I look at the Matrix, I I I see something new that I didn't see previously. And there aren't a lot of movies that's like that. There's some books that's like that, but there aren't a lot of movies that's like that. Every time I look at the Matrix, I see something new that I ain't see previously, man. And I looked at the Matrix at least 10 times already. Every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, I didn't see that the first time. You know? It's like believe in universal. You believe in universal God. Yeah, me too. What up, Dion? Yes, sir. Me as well. The scenes keep changing like life. It keeps changing. Yeah, it does, man. I um I think it's more of it's us as individuals that change. Because when you first look at something or when you first read something, you might not be ready for what you're listening to or what you're reading. This is more a mind thing than anything. You might not be open to what you're watching, what you're about to watch, or what you're about to read. So I think it's more of a just being aware of certain things, consciously aware of what you're reading and what you're listening to, because your mind will automatically reject what it doesn't understand. That's what I think it is. Life changes you as you have differences in perspective. Seeing the movie, that's a metaphor of life. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's real talk. No doubt about it, man. You know, because people have said, people have read my books 5, 10 times. And they've said every time they read it, they picked up something new each time. And I've read other people's books and looked at movies, same thing. Same thing. And I've seen people do speeches over the years to the public, and they say the same speech. They go on the podium and say the same speech over and over and over and over again. And for whatever reason, this one particular day and time, I finally got it. That happens to a lot of people. That's just how it is, man. You know, that's just how it is. And I've heard a lot of people say this. They say, "Hey, you know what, man? I've heard you say the same speech over and over, but on that particular day and time, it finally stick. I finally got it." And I know some people ran with it. I haven't seen them since. I haven't seen them since, man. They've been running and running and gunning, man. I haven't seen them since, man. So that's how it works out, most of the time. I see things different now. I had to accept my own mistakes. I finally freed myself from past failures. Yeah, man, you have to gotta give yourself a break. Cut yourself some slack. You can't be so hard on yourself. all the time. You gotta, it's okay to be critical of yourself, but don't be too critical. You're only human. Humans makes mistakes. So you gotta be, you have to have, you should anyway, have a certain level of standard of yourself, no doubt. But you can't be so critical where it's like you you act like you're not even supposed to make mistakes from time to time. You make one mistake, you act like the world's about to end. Don't be like that. Jeez, that's a little too much. And don't do that with other people. Don't put that pressure on other people either. Oh man, don't put your standards on other people. I used to do that. I used to put my standards on other people because I, for whatever reason, I felt like if I could do it, they should be able to do it. But that's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true. No, no, just because one person did it, that don't necessarily mean they can do it. Or you can do it. No, that's definitely ain't true. Now, some people can learn, no doubt. But there's some people that just don't have the mental capacity and the discipline to push through and learn certain things, I believe. There's some things just not for some people. You know, I I don't know what else to say about that. It's like you can tell some people and explain to them until the cows come home. They just are not gonna get it. It's not gonna pick it up. I'm talking you can explain to them, you can take a day off and go back to them and explain to them, they're still not gonna get it. Over weeks, months, they still might not get it. And that's when you know that this might not be for them. Whatever it is. And it's not what's so obvious all the time. Yes, I'm not crazy about people that act like they don't make. Yeah, a lot of the people that act like those are the perfect types. They'll put on the a lot of these people put on a facade, like they're so perfect, like they got it all together. But we know that ain't true. And those people, I get away from them quick, fast, because I know they're fraud. And then they're gonna try to put that. They might try to impose their views on me, and so I just get away because I know where it's going. It's gonna go either two ways. Either they're gonna put their their views and perspectives on me, and I'm supposed to be a certain type of way. So I'm like, nah, you know, I'm good with that. I learned if you do what is get caught up into what everybody else wants them to do. The parents, the grandparents, you know. So people never really, I know people that's been living for 30, 40, 50 years. They've never done anything that they really wanted to do with their own lives. And that sounds crazy. But I know people that's been living 30, 40, 50 years. Everything they've done was because of someone else. And now they're suffering in silence. Suffering in silence. Everything they did was for the money. Strictly for the money. They had nothing to do with them liking it or hobby or nothing. Strictly